Let's take a look at different bivariate tests where we're looking at the relationship between two variables. Let's look at a couple of factors, what's being tested, and then let's mention the test itself. And let's give an example. So let's say we're looking at a continuous variable relationship with another continuous variable. So some tests for this would be Pearson correlation and linear regression. So as an example, let's say number of hours on TikTok versus income. Let's now look at categorical variable versus categorical variable. In this case, you may want to use a chi-square test. An example could be race versus whether to use TikTok or not. Next one, let's look at continuous variable versus a binary variable. So basically, a subcategory of categorical, which case you can use a t-test, very classical t-test. Here, an example could be, say, test score versus whether to use TikTok. And then the last one I'll mention here is continuous versus categorical. Here you would use an ANOVA. An example might be number of hours on TikTok versus race. So these are some example bivariate tests, and as well as what scenario you would use it. In terms of extra material, we do have some non-parametric tests in case your variable isn't continuous. For example, Spearman correlation, rank sum tests, as well as sign rank tests. And finally, we also have the Fisher exact test. This is for testing categorical versus categorical. That you use this in the scenario where you have a smaller sample size, versus the chi-square test requires a bit of a larger sample size. And yeah, those are examples of some bivariate tests for testing a relationship between two variables.